We have just arrived in Christmas Island, a remote islet in the middle of the Indian Ocean where I will get stuck due to an unforeseen medical emergency. After 3.5 hectic days sailing from Bali, the crew and I had planned to slow things down and spend the next few days exploring the natural beauty and exotic wildlife of Christmas Island before we set out on our next big sail across the Indian Ocean. That was until a little toothache of mine turned into something much more intense. So over the last week, I've had some pain in my teeth, and we are on a tropical island in the middle of nowhere, but we're going to other places even more in the middle of nowhere, and it's gotten more and more painful, and we have been thinking that I should go see a dentist. However, the dentist that is here on Christmas Island is actually not here. She is at Cocos Keeling this week.
So does she have the tools and capabilities to be able to deal with this?
She should. She's the only dentist on the island. Where are you going today?
We're gonna go to the beach and enjoy our time. We're gonna bring the volleyball. Sorry.
Where are you going today?
I'm going to see some turtles.
Where are you going today?
I'm going to the beach to see some crabs.
Where are you going today?
Apparently I'm going to the beach to see some crabs, turtles and play volleyball.
Where are you going today? To the hospital! Yay! So if you're interested to see what a hospital is like on an island with a population of less than 2,000 people, stay tuned because I was about to find out. But first, we had to run a peculiar errand. So on Christmas Island, there's almost no reception anywhere you go. So they recommend that everyone gets an EPIRB. An EPIRB is an emergency beacon. So in case something happens, we can activate it and then people will come rescue us. We were wondering if you could get an EPIRB because we're gonna...
A beacon?
Yes.
Have you got ID on you? Yes. Open that flap. That's the red button that you press for a few seconds.
Even though we knew the dentist wasn't on the island, we went to the hospital to see if I could get an x-ray of my teeth and some antibiotics.
I'm a physician. Is there an x-ray technician I can talk to right now?
We went to the ER this morning. They weren't able to take an x-ray because they don't have that capability, but the doctor comes back in about 4 days, so probably she's going to stay here, and me and the new crew are going to do a very similar crossing without her of 4 to 5 days, another 600 miles. But the weather is going to be rougher, and the seas are going to be bigger, and the wind's going to be bigger, so it's a concern on my part.
Because I mean, what sucks about this is that again, like, I'm messing up the plans of the boat, and it's everyone's problem. On the bright side, I was able to get antibiotics and painkillers. So I hung back on the boat to get some rest, while Doc and the crew went to explore one of Christmas Island's remote beaches. Christmas Island is extremely unique for many reasons. First, it's one of the most isolated islands on Earth. The closest nearby landmass is Indonesia, 225 miles north of the island. The total land area of Christmas Island is just 52 square miles, and only 1,700 people call this place home. The geography of Christmas Island is quite intense, with the majority of its coastline dominated by sharp cliffs, making most of the beaches difficult to access. Christmas Island is also full of exotic wildlife, like moray eels, red crabs, and rubber crabs, which are one of the largest crustaceans on Earth.
I actually found a really nice thing. So this is the mark where the green turtle comes for laying eggs, and then you see it going all over here. There's the nest. It's empty now, but there's lots of babies in there, I think, because here you can see the smaller ones. Those are definitely the traces of the little babies running to the ocean.
So this morning Mara and Doc had another change of plan for us because Mara has positive tooth and she has to get to the dentist somehow, but there's no dentist on the island right now.
So the plan is that in 2 days we are sailing to Cocos Keeling, another 3, 4, 5 days sail depending on the weather.
It's been a storm moving through the area, so we have postponed the departure one day. We're supposed to leave tomorrow. So the big question is if I'm gonna be a part of this sail or not. My tooth pain is not great. Right now, that's what makes the most sense, that they will sail without me. But I know people are a little bit nervous about that option.
I'm very concerned because this is bigger seas and bigger winds than the sail over here. And so people are going to be more seasick and more stuff's going to break. And without her on board to help out with the breakage and keep things calm, I think it's going to be a hard sail.
Despite trying to explore other options, it was looking more and more like the crew would be sailing to Cocos Keeling without me. The uncertainty had everyone a bit on edge, but the logistics were only a part of our problems. One of our rudders was still compromised from our previous sail from Bali, so Doc and I needed to figure out a fix as soon as possible.
So this was the original that broke, and this is the replacement.
We were able to secure the replacement bolt, but this was far from a permanent solution. We suspected there was further internal damage, but we wouldn't know until the whole rudder system would be taken apart. We started the next day by provisioning for the upcoming crossing. After that, we set out on an excursion to see some of the best sights of Christmas Island. The first stop was one of Christmas Island's geologic wonders, the blowholes. Over the course of millennia, the ocean impact against coastal limestone has created cracks and holes in the rock. Now, as the waves crash against the coast, water shoots through the blowholes and can reach as high as 20 meters.
Yep, that's a blowhole!
After the blowholes, we headed to a famous lookout for sunset. One of the coolest things about life on a sailboat is the opportunity to see these ultra-remote and obscure places that we would likely never travel to otherwise. There wasn't much on Christmas Island, but its peaceful beaches and gorgeous views were exactly what the crew needed to relax and reset before the next big sail. Their biggest challenge yet was on the horizon, and tomorrow morning they would be leaving me behind as they sail further into the Indian Ocean to Cocos Keeling. After taking in a beautiful sunset, it was time to head back to the boat and begin prepping for the 550 nautical mile sail. Tomorrow you are gonna start to sail to Cocos Keeling. It's gonna be very different in a lot of ways because it's just gonna be the four of you. That means shorter breaks between your shifts. It means that I'm not gonna cook food for you when you're seasick.
The weather is going to be a little rougher than the last crossing, so it's about the same distance, 600 miles. Planning on 3.5 days if we go fast, 4 days. We want to leave as early as we can. We're going to get Mara off the boat, and then we're going to go because we want to get there before sunset on Monday. The weather's going to be bigger, so the seas are going to be bigger and the wind's going to be bigger. So take your seasick pills in the morning when you get up and be ready.
I think last time we all did quite well with the seasickness, but this time, I'm not sure.
Ready!
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 It is 3:38 a.m. and we're still up, and at 6 we are moving the boat. I'm so tired, but at the same time we kind of need to use this time with internet. We also kind of know that as soon as we are moving we cannot do anything because we will get seasick, so we just sit and watch the ocean or sleep. I'm going to bed. Peace out.
This is my last meal on the boat for a while. It's a bit weird to be leaving when I know they're gonna
sail without me. The sun is about to rise, and I'm about to go to shore.
We're off to a great start.
So this is a marathon, and now we've got one less member of the crew, so it's going to be a harder marathon.
I say that I'm just lying here in bed and feeling like shit.